What's going on, Monkeys Fighting Robots universe? I don't know why you're talking to me, because what you need to do is you need to go to your comic book store right now and get Void Rivals #1. Like, just don't even look at me. Just stop watching this video. Just go straight to the store and pick it up and then read it and then come back here, because there's some major spoilers that are going around the internet that are going to ruin your comic book reading experience. And so stop. This is where you stop right now. Stop. Like, just hit stop or just bring it with you and then go to the comic book store and be like, Void Rivals. Or if you can't, I'm taking my headphones off because my brain is exploding. If you can't, go to your local comic book store right now, call them and be like, I need a copy. And like, if they can order you a copy because they're out, just make sure to order you a copy. Because like, that's what you need to do. This is one of those, I can't even talk. This is one of those issues where you need to just buy the book. I'm just telling you, buy the book and just let things fall out where they're going to fall out. Like let the dice fall and unravel and everything else. I don't know what's going on. My ears grow after reading this book. Something weird is going on here. But definitely just read the book. Just go read the book. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Can you just read the book? Can you just read the book for me? Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to talk about the book now. So if this didn't scare you off and make you like run away, like I don't know what else will, because I'm gonna talk about the book now. I'm not gonna talk about spoilers. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna try to keep your reading experience genuine and beautiful and awesome. Because like my friend sent me a text, Manny sent me a text, and he was like, "Dude, I just read this. You got to read it and got to avoid spoilers." And I was like, "Awesome, no problem." And I literally like scrolled on Facebook, and somebody was like, "Look at this poster, man!" And I was like, "Dude, this book comes out tomorrow, and you just ruined it. Like, you need to stop." So, if you do read the book, like, protect the spoilers from other people. You know, just tell people to get the book, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm preaching to you guys, to preach to those guys, to like, don't spoil the book. And so this is a Robert Kirkman book, so we know we're dealing with something crazy. Lorenzo De Felici is the artist. Who else is it? Matheus Lopes is the colorist on there, and Rus Wooton is the letterer. It's a good team. It's a really good team. Okay, Void Rivals. I don't know why I say voided, but past tense. But Void Rivals #1 is the book. It comes out today. My review will be going live at like noon due to the embargo, because the shit's about to hit the fan and everybody's gonna be talking. So like, again, go get the book. But this book immediately, because I'm old, reminds me of the 1985 film Enemy Mines with Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid. It was on HBO all the time back in like 85, 86, probably 86, 87, 88, like all the time, because the movie didn't make any money, and they probably just gave it to HBO for pennies to just keep playing, and hopefully they eventually made their money back with the film. They did not make their money back for it. And you should read the history on Wikipedia, the marketing campaign on it. Like, people bash it. But as a kid, I was like, this is crazy. You got this human, and then you got this reptilian guy, and they're mortal enemies, and then they become friends. And I'm like, what? And then they have a kid, and then Dennis Quaid gets flown off Earth, and they just go back and fight the miners. Like, it's very simplistic and perfect, all in the same thing. But it's the guise of sci-fi. That's what sci-fi does. They talk about issues, social issues going on, and then they put it in a sci-fi realm and let the world kind of fall out. And that is exactly what Void Rivals is you have two rivals, and they're stuck on a planet, and they have to somehow survive. And they have to figure out how to work together. And that's what humans need to figure out, because we're idiots and we love to argue over everything. Whether it's fandoms or real life shit, like, we love to argue over shit, and we love to put other people down and to make ourselves feel better. So this is a great example of two immortal enemies being stranded on a planet and having to figure out how to get off of this planet by working together. It's sci-fi. It's just brilliant sci-fi. And then there's the twist. Then there's the mind-blowing twist that made my ears too big so that my headphones keep falling off. It makes everything uncomfortable. I'm sneezing. My eyes are watering. It apparently just gave me an immediate like reaction of chaos. Let's talk about Lorenzo De Felici's artwork, because I'm talking about this 80s film and I'm looking at this artwork and it just looks like artwork. It doesn't look digital at all. It looks gorgeous. It looks hand drawn. It looks hand inked, hand lettered. The lettering for me on the special effects is just beautiful, because it looks like Rus either made his own font in, whatever, Photoshop, and applied it to the system. So everything kind of like is not perfect. I mean, I read Marvel and DC books and they have their own like lettering that they use and everything is perfect. And this is not perfect. And you know what's awesome about it not being perfect is it's freaking beautiful. I'm like going through and be like, oh, I looked at thunk and I was like, oh man, that looks like Rus drew it. Like that looks really good. And then there's like a clink, a ram that just is like, there's no way that you have a font working that way. And then a wood that just like, oh man, this just looks really good. And then in my preview that they sent me, and I had to agree not to spoil the book. Where is it? Because I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just getting to the one page that has the most amazing, it might have my new favorite sound effect out there. And I should have had this pulled up, but it's Skrakoom. SKRA Koom, Koom. And the way it is drawn, it is so sketchy and so all over the place. It looks beautiful and it makes the explosion work. And it's almost like a third of the page, the Skrakoom, it's 2 lines, and it just, the K pops, the O's kind of like let you see through everything. And then you have the M on the other side. It just envelops it envelops the action, and just like the Skrakoom just is boom, it's there, and it works so well. I'm just in awe of that right there. Rus, amazing job. So Lorenzo's work has this like 80s heavy metalish, like British feel to it. Again, it's very loose. It's very light lines. All his lines are very light. And the cross hatching is in there to kind of like texturize everything, but not too crazy. But again, everything just looks very nicely hand drawn and inked. It looks beautiful. It looks really good. And the colors aren't like too crazy. It isn't like I said, like some books look awesome. I was talking about Click Click Boom, which had those very like hi-fi colors. And even Hal Jordan, talking about Green Lantern 2, had these bright neon colors, and it works for those books. And it gives you an ambiance and a mood and everything. And so then we're on this nice desolate planet, and we're stranded, and there's no help to be found. So you have this like nice pale palette, and they don't know where the sun is. So there's nothing super highlighted or super dark. Like you're just in this desolate wasteland, and it gets very silent. It gets very silent, and you're focused on these characters and what they're saying and how things are happening. And that's what I get from the artwork and the colors and how things work. Like I'm very focused on every piece and every piece of panel of like how things are going. Oh man. And there's some wrecked spaceships in here that just look glorious. I mean, like this is a sci-fi Goldie right here. I'm looking at my list to see if there's anything else I didn't talk about. So there's like an organic feel. What I said, there's like a grit and organic feel to the book. And I think a lot of that has to do with the lettering of the special effects. Sci-fi at its best, social commentary, 80s feel, enemy mind. Like that's where I am with this book. And I would love to talk to you more about it, but I can't because it would spoil the book. So if you would like to talk about this book, just pick it up, grab it, and then we can chat on either social media, on YouTube, or wherever you want to do that. This is definitely a must buy. Like in my book, like this is the key. This is the key issue that they're going to be flipping out about. So definite must buy. Pick up this book. Maybe I'll do a second video a couple days later talking about the ramifications of this book. And if you want to see something like that, let me know in the comments below or like this video and I'll do another one because like there's lots of things that we could talk about. But artwork's amazing. Lettering is bonkers good. Colors give you the mood that you need for this. And then the story, what is happening? I can't tell you what's happening, but like there's some really good stuff going on in here that I can't wait to see where this universe goes. Hence the must buy. Can't wait for issue 2. I'm Matt Sardo. This is Monkeys Fighting Robots. Just go pick up this book. Just go pick it up. Just pick it up. Pick it up. Happy New Comic Day.